and welcome to another video. I'm Cassie with Created by Cassie, and I am so thankful that you chose to spend this time with me today. I'm going to give it a little bit of time to let this get into everybody's feed. I hope you guys had a great weekend. How did it become Monday again? It was a busy weekend for me. I was at Onstage, which is a demonstrator event through Stampin' Up, and I had so much fun. If any of you met me there, go ahead and put a comment down in the comment section. I would definitely love to connect with you online as well. All right, I'm going to quickly get started here. If this is your first time watching me live or watching on the replay, be sure to put this emoji down in the comments so I can welcome you to my channel. And let's go back over here. If you would subscribe and hit the notification bell, it will let you know anytime that I go live or post a video. That way I can keep in touch with you guys. I would love to have you join the Created by Cassie family, my little corner of the internet over here. Also, make sure to hit the thumbs up on this video if you like it. It really helps my channel. And I have a YouTube goal that I have set for myself for April 23rd, which is my birthday, to hit 150 YouTube subscribers on my channel. I would love it if you would help me reach that. Just subscribe, share my videos, like my videos. It helps it get out into the algorithm, and I would really appreciate that. And if I do hit my 150 goal, then I will be doing a special YouTube only live, and I will have that's my dog Winston. I will have a Created by Cassie fun box that I will do as a giveaway to one subscriber. So more to come on that, should I meet my goal. I really hope that I do. Also, I have been working with some embellishment organization, and Deb Smeek, one of my friends here on within Stampin' Up, these are my embellishments. She had this idea. These are my current embellishments, and there's a dog walking outside, so that's why my dog Winston is going crazy. So these are my current, and these are my retired. I am selling these pre-made, so you would get the, I sell one individual or 10, a pack of 10. It's just going to be the tab. It's going to have adhesive on the inside of the tab so you can stick it to your embellishment, and I will put the embellishment on the front of the tag, but the embellishment down here will not be included. It'll just be the embellishments up here. So if you are interested in that, go down to the description, and I have that posted down there, so you can take a look at that. Also, if you would join my email list, I would love to send you a card. There's a space that you can put your address there. Also your birth month and day. If you would like to be on my birthday card list, I would love that so much. And let's see, the ordering special for today, and until the 23rd, any orders $45 over will, or up to $45, or no, at $45, will get my Monday Live projects for free. And if it's $50 or over, you will also receive a free gift from me. And that is priced before tax and shipping. So definitely keep that in mind. That's also tagged down in the description. There is a host code up there, which is also in the description if you would like to do that. That would be wonderful. Hey, Amy, how are you doing? Long time no see. All right. So actually, let me go back up here. Phase 2. So, as I mentioned a little while ago, I went to Onstage this past week, and we got our new catalog, so I wanted to give you a little preview of the front of it. This is going to be the new catalog. How pretty is this? So fun. You can see I've already started tabbing what I like. And we have our new in colors. So I wanted to give you a little preview of those. So this is Darling Duck. Isn't that pretty? It's a little yellow. Then we have Timid Tiger, and this is the cardstock. Isn't that pretty? This is Cloud Cover. Isn't that pretty? It's kind of a twist between boho and pool party, I think. We have, this is Strawberry Slush, I think, right? I should have pulled the names out here. Let's see. Can't show you the inside of the catalog, but I know they have these listed in here somewhere. I think this is Strawberry Slush. Pretty sure. And this one is Hey Debbie, how you doing? And this one is the darn, this is the hard one. See something. I forgot. I'll post it down in the description. Unless one of my other friends here, Debbie or Amy, can remember. See something. I should have had these written down, but I thought I remembered them. But this is kind of like a dark, almost like a cross between gray and a really dark blue. So those are our in colors. So I'm really excited about those. Got to get my pre-order going. Get some of this fun stuff going here. Give you guys some really good inspiration. All right, so let's get into today's bundle. So today I am going to be working with Tags of Thanks. Yes, Secret C. That is Secret C. Thanks, Debbie. I knew it had an extra S in there, but I'm like, I can't remember what it was. Secret C is that last color. So Tags of Thanks bundle. This was an online exclusive that just recently launched. And I really like this bundle. It's something a little bit different because normally we focus on cards, and this kind of focuses on tags, which is really, really fun. Hey, Jen, how are you doing? So this was a nice little twist for me to be able to focus more on tags and bookmarks and things like that as opposed to cards. So I had a lot of fun with this bundle. All right, let's get hands down here. So this bundle has a stamp set as well as these 3 punches, and they're mini punches. They're so cute. So we have this one here, which is almost like one of the ones that you would see in the store that you put your bag, the package or whatever on the little rod. So that one's kind of cool. I really enjoyed that one. This is just a little bit of a line with a bit of a rounded corner. Instead of it being pointed, it's rounded, which is really, really nice. Love it. And they're so easy to use. And then we have this 1/8 of an inch little circle here. Isn't that so cute? I love them because they're so small. They're super, super easy to use. And then our stamp set is all words. So we have friend, I appreciate you, for you, thank you, I couldn't do it without you, so lucky to know you. That's where that came from. I got a swap, and I was over here earlier today thinking, where did that come from? I recognized it, but I couldn't place it. So that's where it came from. So lucky to know you. You made my whole day, and you're the best. Isn't that pretty? And this is a photopolymer. And yes, I put notes to myself in these. So this has the 3-hole punch trio. So you can see I've already had a lot of fun with this. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So, of course, my first project is a card. Yeah, Cloud Cover, Darling Duckling, Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea, and Timid Tiger. Thanks, Amy. I should have had those written out, but I was like, oh, of course I'll remember them. No. We had so much fun. So this is the first project for today. This is the only card I did. So this is the front, and inside has a cute little bookmark. Isn't that cute? I love it. And I did a couple alternates. So there's this one, and I did use what I used last week, which is the border, fancy borders. This one here. Isn't that cute? I love this Unbounded Love paper. It's so pretty. And this one. How pretty is this? Oh. And you put your message up here. And then he has the little, "You're the best" on the back. So, and yes, Amy, you wouldn't like this here. It was a little bit messy, which is why I made another one. But, so pretty, right? So, let's get started. Alright, so we're going to do, oh man, which one are we going to do? We're going to do this one, I think. Right? Which one was first? Whichever one was first is the one we're doing. Okay. This doesn't have anything in it. Let me get my ducks in a row. Okay, so I took a regular card base. This is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. And I'm going to find my bone folder. I think here it is. Put this down here because you guys know it drives me nuts when they pop up. So I have already used the fancy borders die here to kind of give it a little bit of something down here. And let's see, I have, these are just the envelopes. And go over here. Alright, so let's start on the front. What I did, I have a piece of basic white, and I have a piece of the Unbounded Love DSP. I think it goes this way. Yep. It has just a thin border going around it. So what I'm going to do is glue this down. Do any of you have this this bundle? It's such a cute little bundle, and even if you just got the punches here, these alone are perfect for anything really. But I had so much fun with this, making bookmarks and bags and tags, and this was just such a great fun bundle. It's something different because normally we focus on cards, and this allowed me to focus on some other items that I don't normally make. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this ribbon on. This is the Petunia Pop. This is the bordered ribbon. I love this stuff. It's one of my absolute favorites. Alright, so let's pull this over just like that. Make sure I have enough ribbon. I'm going to grab my scissors and make sure I have enough ribbon, because otherwise I won't be able to make my bow. Okay, I'm going to tie this into a little bow. Let's see, let me get this kind of equal. There we go. How was your Monday? Did everybody have a good Monday? I was off work, which was great, so that I could recuperate from on stage. Oh, dang it. Do you guys ever have it where you go to tie your bow, and if you don't tie it upside down, it ties it upside down, like it puts the loops the tails the other way? That does that for me. I always forget, hey, I need to tie it upside down so that it puts the tails where I want them. All right. Oh, that's so pretty. Love this Petunia Pop. Thank goodness Petunia Pop is not retiring this year. We do have, what is it? Boho Blue, Wild Wheat. Who else is retiring? I think Copper Clay, maybe. And Moody Mauve. I might have missed one. Okay, there we go. I'm going to cut these just a tad for right now. And I'll come back and cut them a little bit more. This, yeah. Definitely, Amy. All right. See if I can pull this down here. Okay. Get my loops the same. All right. Now, what I want to do, where are my little pieces? My little, I had them. Where are my little, I don't know what I did with my little pieces. It's okay. We will work with this. So this is for the, we'll go ahead and work on this. Well, I've got this, so let's put this on here. And for this, I glued it. So we'll get that. I thought I had pulled out all my little decorative pieces here. I could have sworn I did. Maybe I have it in one of the envelopes. And I'm going to just put some glue on the back of this ribbon also so it doesn't move. And I'm going to line this up here. And I did have it going almost across the top of the points of the edge down here, the scalloped edge. You can see how it's really close. I liked how it looked like that. Then I have a piece of basic white, and I glued on a piece of the DSP from the Unbounded Love, and then I ran it through with the edge from the Fancy Borders, and this is going to go right under here. And so what we're going to do, the underside of this is going to make our spot here that is going to be where we write our message. So I'm going to flip this over because we're going to cover the whole thing, and I'm going to put the glue on here. I love this pretty and pink color. It's so pretty. Alright, so I'm just going to line this up flush down here in the score area, and then push down. Make sure, yep, we got it all on there. Isn't that pretty? I love the little bit of a difference there with the colors. Then this, nope, it's this, goes here. So I'm going to take my glue and Pebbled Path. Pebbled Path is the other one. Yeah, those were very darker colors than we've had the past couple years with our in colors. I like the lighter, brighter colors. All right. Perfect. All right, then what we're going to do is we're going to do this little part right here. So let's see, this is part of the, this, that, and these. So we need this, and You're the Best goes here. All right, so I'm going to take, this is Summer Splash, and if you can see here, I have Petunia Pop in the back here, then Summer Splash, and around the Summer Splash I have the ribbon, and then I have the Pretty in Pink with the words on it up there. So I'm going to take my ribbon And I'm going to grab a piece of tape. And I'm going to take the Summer Splash. I'm going to put it here in the middle. And then fold this over. Tape it down. I'm going to get it to go evenly across. I'm going to flip it over and pull it tight. And grab another piece of tape here. Tape this down. Perfect. And then I can cut that off. And then we have our piece that has our ribbon going across for a little bit of extra decoration. Alright, so I'm going to put some glue on here. And again, I'm going to put it on the ribbon a little bit just so that it extra secures it. I have a backup of adhesive there. And I'm going to put this here in the middle. All right. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Then I'm going to glue, I used You're the Best from our stamp set here. You're the Best. I love this font. Isn't it so pretty? It's cursive and it's got a little bit of a boldness to it, which I really like. It's not super dainty. It's it pops out because it's so bold, which I like. All right, sweet. And you just have to hold the sides here. Did I get it all the way up here? Just because with the ribbon, it does pop it up just a little. But I didn't want to do dimensionals because it's on the inside. Okay. Now what we need to do is our bookmark. So this is the bookmark we did here. So I'm going to take the Summer Splash and I'm going to put the Petunia Pop on top with glue. There we go. And I put a little bit more glue here because it's hopefully going to be used as a bookmark, and I wanted to make sure that it sticks. Alright, I'm going to scoot this over. There we go. Alright. So pretty. Then I'm going to take my, it's going to be this piece of DSP from the Unbounded Love. I'm going to glue it down just here in the middle, a little bit closer to the bottom because we're going to put our punch through right there. And then on the back we have, it's this piece, right? Yep, this piece that we're going to glue here, but first I want to stamp it. So I used Petunia Pop. Grab my Petunia, and then I'm going to grab my, see if I pick the right one this time, guys. All right, You're the Best. All right, we have a match. And let's see, get my block here. Come here. These are still pretty sticky, which is good. All right, so I'm just gonna tap, tap, tap real easy. Get my ink on here. I'm gonna center it on my DSP here. Make sure I'm in frame here. And stamp it and hold it for just a second. Let that ink transfer. Isn't that pretty? This font is beautiful. All right, we can close this. And then, this is it. Yep, this is the right one. So this is the top. So now I can go ahead and glue this down. Let's see, it's gonna go, yep, it's gonna go this way. So I'm gonna put it towards the bottom, and I'm gonna make sure the left, right, and bottom are even, and I'm gonna leave that little bit up here at the top for the punch. There we go. Pretty, I love it. All right, now we're gonna take our punch. For this one, I used the straight line one that has the curved sides, the curved edges or corners. So you just, if you haven't used our punches, you're just gonna flip it over. It has this little button here, this little slide. You push on it and pull it down, and it'll open it. If you pull it up, it closes. You pull it down, and it opens. And you're gonna put your paper in this side. Always make sure your fingers are clear of here so you don't accidentally smush your fingers. Ask me how I know. So I'm just going to stick this in here, just like that. You see it's down in between this piece and this piece. I'm gonna put it where I think it looks centered. And probably even if it looks centered, it's not centered, but that's okay. And then this one is a bit hard to push just because there is quite a few layers, but you just push and then it makes this, let's see, can you see it? It makes that hole right there. So pretty and crisp. Love it. All right. Now I'm going to take my Petunia Pop ribbon. I'm going to take a little bit here, fold it over, and I'm going to cut at a diagonal. And let's see, I'm going to put this in. Which way did I push this in? I put it in backwards. So I want my knot to be on the front. Got glue on my fingers. So I'm just going to feed this through from the back. We have our loop right here. I'm just going to take the tails and pull them through this loop right here, so that, let me make my piece straight there, so that it just pulls and makes our knot up here in the front, just like that. Isn't that pretty? All right, then what I did, I took my bookmark, I set it in here where I visually wanted it. I took this piece, kind of placed it where I thought it looked good. Then I flipped it over, and just on the sides, right here and right here, I put a decent amount of glue just because I don't want it to pop off. But these sides are not going to touch where the bookmark is, so we're good to set it down to glue it so it's not going to get on our bookmark. But I want to make sure there's enough glue on there, since a bookmark is going in there, that it's going to stay glued. All right. Cute. All right, let me see if in one of these envelopes I put my little pieces, because that would have been smart of me to do, but I might not have done it. Oh, I did. Look, guys, I'm smart. Sweet. Okay, I was like, I could have sworn I cut all the stuff for it. All right, perfect. all right, since we're on the inside, we will go ahead and put this punch over here. All right, so for the bookmark, what I did was I used one of the flowers from the Unbounded Love stamp set and die set, and I did one little set of the 2 leaves here. So I just glued them down. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue up here, set this on here, and then I took one of these. I love this stamp so much. It's so pretty. And this is Shy Shamrock ink. And I'm going to put my glue on the top here so that it hits the top of this flower down here, and a little bit on the middle of the bottom here. Kind of getting out of frame here. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm just going to take this, pull the edge up here, if you can see. Pull this up because I didn't glue it all the way down. And I'm just going to slide my leaves under there and push down. Just like that. So, so pretty. Now we can put our bookmark easily, since I just glued it, in here. Put this one back over here. And now we can decorate right here. So I have leaves for there and here, and a flower for here. I got glue on my fingers. And here. And what I did was I just glued them down real easy. I tuck this piece here right underneath our little piece here that holds our bookmark in there. Push that down there. Get my little flower. Stick this here. You guys have this Unbounded Love set? This came out with the last annual catalog, I believe. If not, it was. I'm pretty sure it was the catalog. I'll stick this one under here. I love this paper that came with the Unbounded Love. It's so pretty. The colors are like basically all the ink colors. Oh, it's gorgeous. And I'm going to stick this one right there. So pretty. And I think I forgot my stamp set for Unbounded Love. Let me grab it because we need to do our stamps here. Around here somewhere. See. Unbounded Love, where are you? Maybe it's over here. I don't have all of my, I gotta have it somewhere. I don't have all my stamps in like alphabetical order, which I probably should. Here it is. It's this one. Got it. All right. So we need to do our stamp here. Could have sworn I got this out, but I didn't. All right. So we're going to do these 2 smaller flowers. So that's these 2. So I'm going to do the detailed first. For me, this is... it works better this way for me. I find that I get a clearer image. See, I'm bad with my glue, guys. I never put the top on, ever. All right, where did my Petunia Pop go? Here it is. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to do the detailed stamp and I'm just going to tap, tap, tap. Going to stamp this here, this here. Then I'm going to take the background stamp. I'm going to grab my stamp off paper and I'm going to ink that up, and then I'm going to stamp it down, hold it for a second, pull off, and then I'm going to line it up with this stamp here and push down for it to transfer just a little bit of that ink in there to give it a little bit of color. Let's see, it goes this way. And a little tip, I have not done this with all of mine, but if you have stamps that are, they go together and you can't figure out how to stack them when you're stamping, find one edge that's the same, like let's say this and this are the same. Put a dot with a Sharpie on each side there, and then you'll know how to line it up when you're stamping. I need to do that. I've done it with a couple stamps, but not all of them. And I need to. Isn't that pretty? We've got You're the Best from our bundle, and we've got our little hole punch there. Now for the front, we can take our stamp off paper away. We can go ahead and put some of this stuff down here. So what I did was I punched out with those dies the Flowers of Beauty. Actually, that's what this is. This is Flowers of Beauty, not Unbounded Love. Flowers of Beauty is what this stamp set is. So the die set that comes with that, I cut out of that this piece here in this is Shy Shamrock, so I'm just going to kind of stick this here. I stamped one of the pieces here, decorative pieces here. That's Shy Shamrock is the detailed on top, and the Summer Splash is the background color stamped off. I don't know that you can see it really well, but this is going to go in here as well. Then we have 2 of our leaves and 3 flowers, and all of this is going to be glued. So what I did, I just kind of put these where I thought they would look good, and I just took my glue bottle here and I just dotted tiny little dots of glue across. You could also use your glue dots. Those would work great here. Let's see, I'm going to stick this guy here. And just put a couple dots here. Stick him under. Oops, come here. There we go. Just like that. Let me pull him sideways if I can. Will you come here for me? Thank you. Let's see if I can pull this. There we go. So one thing I love with green glue is it will move. It gives you some time to fiddle. Alright, so I'm going to put these 2 leaves around the bow to kind of give it a little bit of, it's going to hide some of this background here, background pieces. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to put this one up here. And this guy here. Stick him down here. Nope, he's got to go under. There. There we go. And then, I've got this piece on my arm. The little flowers are going to go here on our stamped image. So I have one up here. One here. Wasn't enough. Here we go. Stick this guy here. And this guy. Yeah, the fancy border it really brings it together, doesn't it? This one has a lot of different products used to kind of highlight different items, but I really wanted to show how you can still use any other bundle for decorative bundle, and you can make it work with this set to make a tag, to make a bookmark, whatever you want. You can pair this Tags of Thanks bundle with basically anything, and it makes gorgeous cards. So let's see, I'm almost out of these suckers. These are the iridescent faceted gems, and let's see, where's my little fella here? So I'm going to take one of these, stick it here, and let's put this one here. And that is our first project. You can open it up, you can write your message up here, and then you've got a little fancy bookmark that the book lovers in your life can use, or you could use it if you doing recipes or homework, anything like that. So pretty. Love that one. All right. Next, let's see, let's put this one here. Next is a little tag. Let me stick this away. I'm gonna stick this over here actually so I can refill it. So this one used the Delightful Wishes bundle and DSP. There we go. And this is what we're gonna make. Of course, I use the arches. And you flip it over, you can write your little message. Isn't that so pretty? Love it so much. All right. So I have a basic white and a lemon lolly out of the arches. I'm not sure which size this is. Let's see. I think it's in here somewhere. It's one of the middle ones. It's the fourth one in from the outside that I used. But you can use whatever size. This is just the size that I landed on. And I also cut out with the, this was two sizes, this is one size smaller, of the vellum from the Delightful Wishes paper. I love this vellum so much. It's my favorite. And I'm going to take where the flowers and the leaves are on here is where I'm going to put little tiny dabs of glue. And doing it this way, you won't see it as well, see the glue as well on the back once you put it down. So I'm just going to line this up. Here we go. Push this down. There we go. Oh, it's so pretty. I thought this was a fun way to use the Delightful Wishes paper. Now I'm going to take the white, basic white arch, and I'm going to flip it to the back side of the arch. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue. So I'm going to glue it to the back side of the yellow arch. Just like this. Just line it up. Let's see. There we go. Perfect. Isn't that so pretty? All right, now for this one, I believe I did, yep, I did the circle punch. So I'm going to use this 1/8 inch punch that came with the tags of thanks. So I'm going to push the little button here, little slider. It's going to open it. I'm going to put my piece in this side here. So I'm going to slide this in here. I'm going to get it as centered as I can, and then I'm going to punch it out. And we have this little hole. Yep, you can see it. We have the little hole right there. Then I'm going to take my branch that I cut out from the Delightful Wishes bundle. I have a piece of ribbon on there. And I'm just going to put a couple dabs of glue through here. You could also use your adhesive sheets for this. I did not because I didn't think about it till after the fact. That's the way it goes sometimes, right? Alright, I'm going to stick this down. Here we go. And you see that it hangs off the side here, so I'm just going to take my paper snips and snip that at the edge right there. So pretty. I'm going to take my Petunia Pop ribbon again, make another loop here. Those are not my good scissors for my ribbon. There we go. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to feed it through the back side here. So I get both sides. I did. Nice. Alright, I'm just going to pull this through. Nice and easy. And I'm going to take these two tails here and I'm going to take and pull them through the inside of this loop. Just like that. I'm going to make this a little bit straighter and then I'm just going to pull it tight. Just like that. So it has the knot there on the front. Then I'm going to take my scissors and snip off the edges there so they're not frayed. Isn't that pretty? Pull this over here so I don't get it all over the place. Alright, then I took some dimensionals. Let's see, I think I need my mini dimensionals for this. Cassie, cap your glue. So I'm going to take these flowers that I stamped in Petunia Pop from the Delightful Wishes bundle, and I'm going to put a couple of these mini dimensionals here, and I'm just going to lay these around. And I did put the ribbon on first because if I cover up part of it with the flowers, that's okay because we've already got that ribbon on there and it's not going to go anywhere. Come here. So I'm going to stick this right there and grab this one here, stick that there, that there, and pull my little bowl over here, and I'm going to stick this guy right here, just like that. Then I have a individual flower that looks like this. I'm going to stick that on as well. with a dimensional on this little branch over here, this little lonely branch. Then I'm going to take my, I cut these are the smaller of the leaf dies out of the Delightful Wishes, and I cut them in half to make it like this, and I used 3 of these. So I'm just gonna sit these around where I think they will look good. Whoops, I almost lost that. And I'm just going to snip this down the middle. And let's see, I'm gonna have to cut this. Let's use one of the sides here, since these are kind of small. And I'm gonna stick this one on here. And this guy's got to be flipped over, and he can go here. Then this guy, stick him, whoops, we'll stick him under here. And then this one, we can stick this guy here. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Now I have I Appreciate You, and what I did with this, I used the Delightful Wishes sentiment strip, but I just cut the 2 edges off. It had a fancy decorative edge, but I cut that edge off, and I used from our Tags of Thanks bundle, I used the I Appreciate You stamp here. And I think it goes, I think it was that one was good. I re-stamped it because it didn't look good, the first stamp. And I'm going to put 3 mini dimensionals here. There we go. And this is just going to go at the bottom of our tag. 1, 2. Thank you, Jen. Yeah, I love the way that this this vellum is showcased off of this little tag here. So I'm just going to kind of line this up in the center down here at the bottom, push that down. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so pretty. And then on the back, what I did, I put these are both stamped and cut out. So I put my glue away. I'm going to get my glue back out. Flip this guy over. And I'm just going to glue these to the sides here to give it a little bit of something fun. You can use the smaller of the flowers if you want more room to write. There we go. Then what I did was, out of the Delightful Wishes bundle, there's a little stamp that has little little sunbursts or something. I don't know if it's like for the middle of the flowers, but I used it as like a little, to accentuate the outside of it. I'm not sure if you can tell or not. These little yellow pieces around here. Let me see if I can do it in a different color so that you can see. Grab a block here. I'm just going to put this on a block. What color could we go with? We could go with, let's do olive. That would be pretty. Alright, so I'm going to take my old olive. I'm just going to ink this up, and I just put them in random spots. So that's 1. Whoops. Oh, I got it. Yucky. Let me grab my, I pushed too hard there in the corner. Alright. Light, Cassie, light. There we go. I'm going to stick this one up here, and this one over here. Let's do this one here. And you can stamp off as well if you don't want it to be so dark. Isn't that so pretty? Little like, maybe pollen, or I don't know, little sunbursts or something. But they're so pretty. They have them within the paper as well, the DSP. Then we're going to take one of my absolute favorite embellishments ever, the bee trinkets. I love these things so much. They're so pretty. And I'm going to grab my glue dots here. And how I do these, they do not come with adhesive on them, so you use glue dots. So I'm going to take my glue dot. I just shake these up, and then I look for the ones that already are upside down, because I want to put the glue dot on the back of it. So I pick it up like that on my tool. You can use your take your pick tool. This tool is just a little bit easier for me to maneuver with. So I use this. Push that down. I'm going to grab a second one. If I could put these all over my wall in my office, I totally would, because they're so pretty. Let's put this guy here. And let's do one more. Let's see. Shake these up. There we go. Let's do this guy. I'm just trying to get the glue dot to not go off the side there. I'm going to stick that one right there. Isn't that so pretty? You could also take your, I know Amy with a Y will do this, take your Winka Stella, shake this a little bit, and you can put a little bit of shimmer in the middle of your flowers here. So pretty. And that is project number 2. How pretty is that? I love it. And you have room on the back to write. You could still put this in an envelope if you wanted to. Hi Deb, how you doing? It was so good to see you this past week. All right, that's project number 2. Let's see, and put these away before I lose any of them, because we cannot lose any bees. They're very important. All right, this next one is really simple. This is a little way to package up a bookmark. So I went ahead, I already made the bookmark, but we're going to package it up real cute like this. Isn't that cute? So you can make any kind of bookmark that you want. And I couldn't do it without you here on there. And I have a little topper here, and this topper I did use this one right here, which is kind of like what they use in stores, I guess, to put on that little rod. So for this, I just made the bookmark just like this. I already stamped "Couldn't do it without you" on there. I think the otter's so stinking cute. I love these guys. Alright, so I just got a bag, a little plastic baggie. I had these already. This is, let me see if I can give you a size. This is 3 by 8 for reference. And I am just going to stick this in there. I'm going to put my ribbon going down the back here. Let it fall down there. Then I have a piece of, this is Pretty Peacock. I've already scored it in half. However, I think my measurement is off. No, it's not. It just looks it, but it's not. Okay, good. So I already have it scored in half. I'm going to go ahead and use my bone folder on it. Just like that. And I have already cut my 2 pieces of DSP. So I have 1 piece for the front. I used the little fish with the little plants for the front. And then I used the water. This is the pool party water for the back piece. So what I'm going to do is grab my glue. And you want to glue these first. And put a little bit of glue on here. And I'm just going to center this in the middle. Just like that. Flip it over so that we have the back piece here, because we want it to close and have a piece here and here. And put glue on this side. There we go. Does anybody else love Pool Party and Pretty Peacock together? They're so darn pretty. Alright, so now we have both pieces of our DSP on here. What I'm going to do is take our punch that comes with our Tags of Thanks bundle. We're going to use the one that has a little dot at the top. It's got the little, the long and then the dot in the middle there. So I'm just going to open it up. It's going to go in this side here. Just remember, don't put your finger over here. So we're going to stick it in this side. Now I'm going to center it as best I can. You want to kind of wiggle it easily so that you don't get stuck on your DSP. And let's see, we're going to go right there. And you're going to push. And it's going to pop out. And you've got your hole. Isn't that pretty? That's so cool, right? I love it. Alright, now what we can do is we can take our I Appreciate You that also came from our Tags of Thanks bundle from right here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, just across it. And on the front of the tag here, I'm going to put this in the middle between the bottom and where the hole punch was. There we go, like that. Not pretty? Love it. Then what I did was I took my Terran tape. Let's see. You only like it a little? Yeah, this is such a cute one though. I love it. So I'm just gonna stick some of this tear tape here. I know Amy with a Y is not a fan of the otters, but I love them. They're so cute. Alright. I'm just going to stick that right there. And I'm going to do it on this side as well. Okay. Then what I did, I did not staple this. I didn't want any staples to go through on the back here, so what I did was I used the Terran tape. And how I did that, I made sure my bookmark was exactly how I wanted it in there, flipped it over, made sure all the air was out, and I folded it a couple of times, just like that. I took a little bit of Terran tape, I got it backwards, and stuck that across there, just like that, so that it puts it down there to where it's going to hold this part closed right here, where we folded it there. Then I'm going to take my topper here. I'm going to know which side is the front, so I want this side to be the front. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to put the front piece on first. That's important because you want to make sure that it's going to stick where you want it. If you do the back first, you it might not stick down straight. So you're just going to line it up where you want, and then you can push down. And what I did was I lined it up so that each side appeared to be the same amount between the bag and the edge right there. And then I put the edge of the tag close down so that there wasn't too much room between the bookmark and the top there, if you can see. Then I'm going to take a little bit of tear and tape here. I'm going to stick this going just like this and tear this off so that this will, alright, I need this guy. This will stick it down in the middle here. Let's put this one here. And it's extra hold, whoops, got that stuck. It's extra hold to hold down our folded piece. And then pull these off. Sometimes the tear and tape is not my friend. Last week it wasn't at all. We'll just go ahead and tear this guy off. Why not? My example one, I didn't tear it off and it was fine, but we'll tear it off and just see what happens. All right. So I've got all my tear and tape there. I'm just going to push it down and seal it up. Just like that. You got a cute little baggie. And then, of course, we can't not have our bow on the outside, so I have my little bow, which is the same ribbon that I used for the, see, my glue's open. That I used for the ribbon on the bookmark. I'm just going to take a little bit of tear and tape here. I've actually found that tear and tape works better for me than glue dots with bows. They stay on. It stays on better. Alright, so I'm going to pull that off. I've just got my tear and tape on there. I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to stick it here on the top part up here. So above where the hole is that we put in there. I'm just going to smush it down. We still have room that you can put something through it if you want to hang it on something. But it kind of camouflages it a little bit too. And that is project number 3. Isn't that so cute? Fun little way to package up a little bookmark. All right, then we have this project here. This guy is one of my favorites. You guys know I love this hibiscus bundle so much. So we've got this little tag here. Well, it's not little, it's actually kind of a big tag, but it's beautiful. So pretty, and it uses this iridescent ribbon. And I can't wait. We are going to have gold iridescent ribbon like this. I'm really excited. That's going to be coming out soon. All right, so for this, we are going to, this is the new online exclusive dies. These are the, oh man, I forgot what they're called. Let me pull them out here. It's not that one. It's the, I don't even have them labeled yet either, do I? Maybe it's these. Textured Notes dies, which are these rectangles here, and they have different textures on each one of them. So what I did was I used this is the second largest, the second one down from the largest, and this one is this second from the inside die here. This is where our sentiment's going to go. This is basic white. I did 2 pieces of basic white. I'm going to sandwich them together just like we did on the other one. And this is just a fun way to make a pretty tag for somebody. I know for Christmas I made a couple tags for some people, and they actually ended up using them as bookmarks. They were like, this is too pretty to not continue to use, so I'm going to use it as a bookmark. Even though it was kind of big like this, they still liked it as a bookmark, which I thought was pretty fun. Alright, I'm going to make sure I have this even here. Okay, then cap my glue up. This is Fresh Freesia, and I'm going to do So Lucky to Know You, which is one of our sentiments in the Tags of Thanks bundle. And I think it's, oh look, I finally got this piece out of there. I had it stuck in there and I couldn't get it out the other day. And I was like, you know what, it's going to just live there. Alright, so, yep, So Lucky to Know You. And for this one, I used Gorgeous Grape. These are still really sticky. And I'm just going to tap, tap, tap on my Gorgeous Grape ink. And I'm going to stamp it just in the middle here of our rectangle. Here we go. Hold it for a second just to make sure. Guys, can you believe it? I got my finger in that. Really? Man. Hopefully it's not going to get on anything else. Whenever it's a dark color, I have to get it on myself. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Okay. So this is going to go down here. Oh, isn't that so pretty? So I'm going to put this down first with some glue. And you want to try to avoid the outside edges where the decoration is on these, because it will, or it can go through those little grooves that it makes. It doesn't always, but I've had it where it did. Alright. Then we're going to take our pieces here, and yep, I used dimensionals, didn't I? Pretty sure. Yep. Because these are textured within the hibiscus, Happy Hibiscus. There's an embossing folder, and it embosses and cuts it out. If you can see, I don't know if you can see the texture here, but it's got texture. So that's why I popped it up on here, because it wasn't going to glue flat. Alright, so let's get these guys situated here. So I'm going to put that one there, this one here. Would you guys like to see another video with this hibiscus bundle? I've been thinking about doing that, because I only did one card when I did that bundle. Okay. That'll work. Alright, so let's grab our regular dimensionals, and I'm going to put this one down first. Stay there. Let's see, I'm going to put this one here. Let's put this guy under here. Let's go maybe this way. That's good. I just don't want to cover my words. And put two more here. Stick this guy. Make sure I know where I'm going here. Put him right there. We still have room for our hole there. And then let's put 3 on here, because he's kind of large and in charge of this tag here. Here we go. And I'm going to stick this fella right here. Make sure he's not hanging off the side here too much. There we go. Oh, so cute. Now I'm going to use the, not that one, this one, the long line with the rounded edges, and I'm going to take this and stick it on here, put it where visually I think it needs to go, just over here, and push. And we've got our hole. Perfect. All right, now we can put our leaves on. So I've got, darn, I've got the small leaves on the back, right? I've got these two go on the back, and then these three go in the front. Or do I have an extra. Okay, so these go on the front. Let me just get all my pieces in a row here. And then these go on the back. Okay. We got it. All right, so I'm going to take my leaves. These are the larger, I think, of the two leaves in the hibiscus bundle. And I'm just going to stick one dimensional on each. Probably could have gone with the big dimensionals on these, but it's okay. And I'm just going to stick these down here. So I'm going to do two up here because we have a little bit extra room. So I'm going to stick that one there. Stick, I can get that off my finger. I'm going to stick this guy here. And then this one, we're going to stick down here. Oh, so cute. So pretty. All right, then these little flowers are also from the hibiscus bundle. They're two different sizes, and I glued them together. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see. The bigger one on the outside and the smaller one on the inside. They're two separate die cuts, and I just glued them together on an angle or on a offset. So I'm just going to put a little dab of glue, and then I'm just going to stick them around on the front of the card. And I like to kind of curl them up a little bit so that they look like they're coming off the page. So I'm going to stick this guy here, push him down, and then this guy, whoops, that was a lot of glue, Cassie, why'd you do that? Let's take a little bit of that off. That came out quick. All right. This guy, let's put him, we're just going to continue with it right here, how we had it, because that's kind of cute. There we go. Sweet. Just want to make sure this guy's stuck. Yep. Okay. Then let's go ahead and do our back here, because we have to decorate the back too, because that's where our message goes. And for these, I glued these. All right, so I'm going to do the pink up here. This is actually Flirty Flamingo. So I'm going to stick this guy here. I'm going to stick this purple. This is Petunia Pop. Yeah, this is Petunia Pop. I'm going to stick this guy here. A little bit of an angle. And then this is Summer Splash. I love last year's end colors so much. They're probably my favorite set of colors. There we go. Then we have our little leaves. I've got a dimensional backing on me. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here, and then I'm going to stick this underneath this leaf, this flower right here. Glue that down. Let's do this one here. Oh, so pretty. Isn't that pretty? You could also stamp it if you want. I just already had these cut out, stamped and cut out. Then we're going to take our iridescent ribbon. Beautiful ribbon. First we're going to cap our glue. I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. One of these days I'll get it. But I've been doing pretty good this one because it hasn't dried up yet, which is really good because that's what it usually does. Okay, so I have, there's no rhyme or reason to how long I do them. I just cut them however. I'm going to put it through the back. I have found that if you want, wherever you want the knot to show, you feed it through the hole backward, the opposite way. So if you want the knot to be on the front, you're going to feed it from the back into the front. So I have that through our slot there. And I'm going to do how I've done the other ones. I'm just going to stick my fingers through the loop like this, grab the ribbon, pull it through, and then pull up. And just wiggle it a little bit to get it to be tight there with our little knot there. Then I'm just gonna clean up these edges here. So pretty. And I used those, I gotta get another pack of these real quick. And let's see, I've got my dimensionals here. Here they are right here. If you want your dimensionals to have these little tabs, I have that down in the description. I am selling these tabs. The tabs only with the embellishments on the front of them. But it makes it so easy to pick out what you need. And those are my extra embellishments. I have my current and my retired here. Current is Pool Party and retired is Wild Wheat. But this is such a great way to get your embellishments to be organized so you can find them quickly. Because had I done that before, I did the oops, one came off. I always forget about that. If I had done it before I did the organization, it probably would have taken me a lot longer to find. Alright, so I'm going to take 3 of these little guys. These are the iridescent faceted gems. So I'm going to take 3 of these, and I'm just going to take the smaller of the 2 sizes. Grab this one I popped off. I always forget that when they have the tape on the back of them to hold them down, if you pull it off, at least for me, they always pop off the plastic. Alright, so I'm going to grab this other one here, maybe. Stick it on here. Maybe then I'll get it. There we go. And put it on this one. That is project number 4. I have one more. And it's pretty quick. Isn't that pretty? So, so pretty. Alright, last one is a really quick. It is this cute little bag. How stinking cute is this? It's got a little bow on top for your handle here. So cute. You can put your little tissue paper in there. So, quickly here, pull this over. So, for this, I took a piece of the DSP that I liked, scored it. You do want to burnish all your edges. Yep, I burnished all these, right, except for this one. Then you're going to just want to cut your edges, cut your if you're going to cut this side, you're going to want to do the same to the other side. So I'm going to cut these really quick, and if you want, you can miter them, which just means you cut a little slit off the side of, you cut like this little piece off the side to kind of give it a little bit of a V right there. And what that does is it allows it to go together without it popping pieces out like the top. So it's going to go together much, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to go together easier and more crisp. It's going to look more crisp because all the edges are going to fit perfectly together, or as close to perfect as possible. Alrighty, one more. And I love this little bag, and I actually made some cute little bags for my team members for on stage, and this actually sparked that idea. I cabbaged onto the idea of the bow on the top of the ribbon on the handle here. And this, I actually figured this out by accident. So I was trying to figure out a bow, what color bow to put on one of the projects I was working on at the time. So I had just taken the ribbon on the spool and I made a bow, but it left a ton of ribbon on the one side with the bow like right here. And I just snipped it off thinking, oh, I'll use that bow later on. Well, I did use the bow later on. Oh man, did I cut this? How did I do this wrong? I need my trimmer. When I went to go put a handle on the bag, this bag, I was going to use this Shy Shamrock, and it had the bow, and I was like, oh, well, I'll just see how long I need, and then I'll take a little bit off because of the bow. And I really liked the way the bow looked on the top of there. I was like, that's cute. So I left it. Alright, so that is half an inch. Let's take half an inch off here. Get those off. That's right, isn't it? Yep. Pull this in. I'm just taking half an inch off because it is off a little bit here, which I could have sworn I cut them the same, but apparently I did not. It happens. Alright, and let's see, does that work now? Alright, we're in business. Woohoo! Okay. Okay, now for what I did here, oh, that's interesting. So it fits, this piece fits up, but these, because they're going sideways, didn't fit. So to look at my measurements to see what I did. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take my glue, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the middle. This is going to be my middle piece. So I'm going to take and just put some glue here, and I'm going to pull this up, put this piece on the inside, and I'm going to line the top of this outside piece to the top of this tab on the inside. Then I'm going to take and put glue on this tab. Oh, actually, we're not going to do that. We're going to do, so I got to show you my, nope, that's not what I did. Okay. I did put glue here because I used the punch. So we're going to glue this here, and I'm going to get it even. There we go. Then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to put this one in the middle, so I'm going to put the glue here. Whoops. Get this centered here, or even on the top here. Then put some glue on this one. I love making bags. Do you guys like to make bags? These are so fun. Okay, and good, I did them the same way. I just realized that. All right, so now we have our cute little box. And I do recommend burnishing because it's going to give you a more crisp line on your bag. Okay, now what we're going to do is take our punch from our tags of thanks. We're going to use the one with the long one with the curled edges. And I'm just going to take it, I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to kind of line it up where I want it. Kind of in the center. Just a little bit ways from the top so that I have enough hold, enough paper in between to hold that ribbon and then anything I have inside. I'm going to try to do this even. There we go. I don't know if I got quite as even, but I tried to get it the same on each side. Okay, then what we're going to do is find our Shy Shamrock ribbon, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a bunch off the spool, kind of like this, and I'm just going to tie a bow. You can do as little as much ribbon as you want. Just since I'm doing this on a live, I'm going to do extra so that I don't have to redo it. I'm making sure I got what I need. And I just love the way that this looks with the little bow on top of the bag. So this is what we're making here. The little bow up there. You see it? Alright, and pull this down. And you just want to make sure when you've got it where you want it, you pull real tight. Real tight. You don't want it going anywhere. I will say with the open weave gold trim, I had a little bit of trouble getting that one to stick. I think it's a little bit more of a slick ribbon, so it doesn't stick and stay pulled tight for some reason. One bow did, the other bow didn't. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this side of the ribbon, so we've got our end of our ribbon here, we've got our bow, and we've got our roll of ribbon here. Okay, so we've still got our ribbon on our roll. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece here on the outside, I'm going to feed it through onto the inside and pull it down so that it looks kind of like, can you see that? So it pulls down just like that. Okay. And I'm going to pull this guy up. Let's see. Make sure I have him. Let's see, we're going to have to flip this guy so that he's straight. We want our bow at the top here. So you want to pull your bow up to however long you want it to be. You want your bow to be in the middle up here. So if I want it this long, I want to make sure my bow is going to go in the middle. I don't want my bow to be like, if I don't want it long this way with the bow in the middle, then I want to pull it down. Hopefully I'm making sense. And pull it to where when it's in the middle, it's the height that you want. Okay, and then what I did, I took a piece of tape, and you're not gonna be able to tell in the bag. And I'm gonna stick this down here. This is a little bit tricky, but it can be done. I'm just gonna stick the tape in. And it's going to push down, and it's going to hold your ribbon down there. Okay, I'm going to pull this up a little bit so I can cut off my excess here. Cut this off here. There we go. And when you use, if you just use like regular clear tape, you won't see it when you're looking on the inside because it blends in, especially if you're using a colored cardstock. It'll just blend right in. All right, then what we're gonna do, hold our bow up to the middle, and then we're gonna pull down on the other side of our ribbon, but keeping our bow where we want it to be. And I'm just measuring how far down I need to cut this. So I'm going to cut this right here. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to feed this from the outside in. And you can also pull your piece of ribbon out like this and put your tape on it like this and then put it down. Whatever your preference is. So I'm just going to pull this up so my ribbon is in the middle here. And I just need to pull down on the inside. Nope. There's no easy way to show you this. It's stuck on. Come here. Here we go. All right. So I just want to make sure that the bow is in the middle there. And there we go. See how that works with the bows in the middle? Well, it's a little off. But you get the idea, right? Because here it's in the middle. For the sake of time, I'm going to leave it like that. All right. So then what we're going to do is we have our pieces to embellish, or to add on for some decoration. So I move that. So I did For You, and I'm gonna do that in, because I changed my DSP paper, so I'm gonna do that in Night of Navy. The For You is also in the Tags of Thanks. So I'm gonna grab that for You. I got the right one. All right, stick this on here. And I'm going to stamp it over to the side here because I'm going to have my little flowers over on the side there. Whoops, I didn't get all of the stamp covered. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to stamp that on. And close this up. And then this is going to go right here on the front, and I'm just gonna put, I need my glue, I'm just gonna put glue on the bottom edge here because I'm gonna tuck a couple things in at the top, and I can always add glue at the end. So I'm gonna put glue on the bottom there and glue this on. Let's see if I can get that straight. There we go. Okay. Then I've got, this is from the Mixed Florals bundle. So I've got a piece of the greenery there that I colored. I've got a piece of this flower here, and I cut the top of it off on purpose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down. And you can use any of your adhesive for this. I just like my green glue. Just like that. Then I'm going to take, whoops, the little flower piece here. And I'm going to tuck it down in underneath our yellow label there. And it's okay if it goes over the top. And then I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to lay it so that it goes up right here, like it looks like it's extending up from there. So I'm just going to put a little bit of little dots of glue. And then I'm just going to line that up and hold it down. Perfect. Then for the little ladybugs, I glued 2 of them. So the one that's walking, I glued him onto one of the leaves right here. It's the one that's walking. The one that's crawling with all his legs out, I glued in the corner over here. Just put a little dab there. Have him kind of crawling up to accentuate the for you. Whoops. And then the flying ladybug, I put a dimensional on. Come here. There we go. And I stuck it up here so he's flying. Got glue on my fingers. And that's our cute little bag. Oh wait, we've got to embellish. And for the embellishments on these, I used these guys. Flat adhesive back pearls. Guys, we can't forget our embellishments. How could I have forgotten that? Alright, I'm gonna do the, so we can see. Let's do this here. This one. And this guy. There we go. Lid on your glue. And I did get a piece of tissue paper to kind of show you how to get that in there. So I just took a piece of tissue paper, mashed it all up, and I just kind of pushed it down in there, fiddled with it, and you've got your cute little gift bag. How stinking cute is that? And you can glue it down a little bit more if you need to. Let's see, let's put a little bit of glue here so it stays shut. It stays up there. I don't want it to bend. So cute, right? Love it. All right, so let's take a look at what we made today. Let's see, so we've got this one. I don't remember what order I made these in. So this was last, I know that. And the card was first. Let's go like this. I think it was this way. My end frame here. All right. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I thought it would go a little faster since they were tags, but silly me. All right. Which one is your favorite? You can put it down in the comments. I think one of these two. And again, this one has the little, this is not the one we made today, but it's the same. It's got the bookmark there in the middle. So, so cute. Love, love, love them. All right. Let me flip this to the next slide. Hi. All right, so my next live is going to be next Monday, March 24th at 6:30 p.m. and I'm going to be doing the Impressions of Bloom bundle. And this is a bundle that I got from Onstage. So you definitely want to put that on your calendar because you can't get it yet. So it's going to be really fun. I haven't played with it yet. Well, I played with the bundle, but I haven't made my cards yet. So I'm really excited to start playing with it. All right. So if you don't already, make sure you follow me on my socials. I have Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. You can also join my email list. If you join my email list, you can add your address, and that will add you to my card mailing list because I love to mail my cards out. You may even get a card that I've made on my live. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to put this emoji down in the comments so that I can say thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate and cherish you guys so much. If you want to see any other videos that I have made, I have a playlist that is linked in my description that has all kinds of videos of cards and bags and all the fun stuff that I have made. You can go peruse that. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me this evening. I really appreciate it. I hope you love these projects as much as I did making them, and I will see you guys back here next week for a brand new video. Bye!